We're excited to announce a truly unique initiative, the launch of the yearly Future Franchise publication of The Economist, The World Ahead 2022, under exclusive license. This is a publication that builds on over 3 decades of publishing success. Over the last few years, we fought hard to ensure that African voices get represented within the globally recognized and widely read economies.
There is a critical need for business intelligence to aid in informed business decisions. Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry is delighted to join the Boost City production in deepening Nigeria's knowledge of the economy and rational business and investment decisions.
Well, I think tonight's event is a very important, is a milestone for Africa and Nigeria, pinpointing on Nigeria, due to the fact that we managed through The Economist and representing The Economist Group to offer more content, coming from across Africa. So this is really an important moment because African voices can be well represented in the World Ahead 22 publication. So we hope that from here on we can really have a way of yearly to have more and more content from across West Africa and Nigeria. So it's really opening a door, that needs to stay open. See how we can centralize the story of Africa. So that's Focus Magazine, for which we are publishers. When it comes to The Economist, though, being their agents, it was, let's say, a conversation that we had with The Economist Group, understanding how can we move forward and how can we have more editorial content coming from across the continent, across Nigeria. And Nigeria was really the first market and the biggest market across Africa in which we said, well, let's do it and let's also publish this publication in Nigeria. So it's a big step by having a publication under license published actually in Nigeria rather than the UK or Europe.
I think tonight was very successful, but it is about what tonight represents. I think it is the first time where you have an African agent, an African content producer really bringing the voices of Nigeria to the forefront in such a flagship publication of The Economist. It is the right time to have this as well. A lot of people are looking at Africa in terms of investment, in terms of doing business, and it's probably the right time now to have such a publication coming up and putting to the eyes of the global community the key trends and the key companies that are going to be shaping up the economy moving forward. I think so. What you're going to have in the World Ahead 2022, especially special edition for Nigeria under license by City Production, is 2 key themes that are emerging. One is really about free trade and about how can a market of 200 million people like Nigeria position itself for within the African free trade continental area. That means opportunities and challenges, of course. The challenge is a market of 200 million people is necessarily going to attract a lot of appetite from consumer goods companies who are going to want to sell here. For Nigerian companies, that means how do you stay competitive in a market like that? How do you defend your market share? The opportunity is obviously for Nigerian companies that are well established here to start tapping into regional markets, whether you look at Central Africa, West Africa. And so that's a key theme I think that emerged out of it. The second one is the theme of resilience. In a world that has become so unpredictable, where the only certainty is unpredictability, you need to have the kind of business mindset that is resilient and adaptable. And what we're trying to show is that this is the Nigerian mindset by nature. And Nigerian companies are truly positioned to perform well in an environment where things are changing literally on a weekly or monthly basis.
I'm excited because, The Economist is not a small entity. It's a world-renowned magazine that deals with global issues. And the fact that they're coming to Nigeria to create a special edition, the future of the world, the world from here, is very exciting for us that, the world is focusing on Nigeria and West Africa, So I think, we have a youthful population, we have a very intelligent bulge of young people that are very creative, they're very innovative. So I think if we have good governance in this region, Nigeria and West Africa can evolve into an emerging economy that can compare to the Asian tigers. So I'm very excited to see this kind of publication here and addressing issues that are contemporary to Nigeria and West Africa, which creates an opportunity for the world to hear about us and the world to gain some interest into what's happening in Nigeria and West Africa.
But in NIPC, we believe that the best way to predict the future is to create the future yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly cast our mind back to the past before we start going into the future. In December 2019 or thereabouts, the world was rudely interrupted by a global health concern that rapidly evolved into a global pandemic.
I think we're quite enthused as a business, and as an individual, I was super excited. Excited about the fact that we are looking again at the past and looking at how the future is also going to be even greater than the past. And I think that's something that is quite commendable. The fact that we are kind of projecting into the future, just so that as a people, as a country, and as a corporate society, we can begin to look at how we can shape in our future, just so that it can be productive, it can be rewarding, and that every single person, every single consumer can be happy at the end of the day. I think anything that's got to do with shaping the future is something to be enthused about, and for that, we are quite excited.
The idea behind the partnership that we have with them is to use the platform to showcase Nigeria's investment prospects and its economic development. We realize, and rightly so, that investors require information, balanced information, and The Economist has a unique way of showcasing these opportunities. Their writing style is quite distinct, and we see a situation whereby partnering with The Economist, especially the World Ahead 2022, to showcase to investors the opportunities in Nigeria, the direction of the economy, is like gazing into 2022. What will happen 2023? What will happen? Investors need a long-term view of some of these things. They need to know what is happening. They need to anticipate what is happening. The partnership with NIPC will be to disseminate information that investors will find useful, and in a form that they will require that information or the data or the intelligence.
5, 4, please be mindful of the pyrotechnics and fireworks. So I'll start the countdown. 5,